So this is one of the biggest myths that I hear all the time is when I set boundaries with this person, they're not going to like me. They're going to be disappointed in me. I'm going to hurt their feelings. I hear this all the time. And I think that, first of all, we need to give humans a little more credit than that. Most of us can handle honesty, and most of us actually appreciate that. We like when someone's very clear to us. We like when someone is transparent. So boundaries actually allow you to be a better human being. They allow you to be more honest and transparent in your relationships. They make you a better friend, and they make you a better work colleague, because you know where that person stands if they share their boundaries with you. And you are basically telling other people your preferences, and you are telling other people how you stay well and what your priorities are. And that is something that, as you do that, you gain respect and you gain mutual camaraderie. And it happens because basically what you're saying to this person is, I care about you enough and I trust you enough that I'm going to tell you how I live my life and what my priorities are and really what my boundaries are. So oftentimes I will find myself asking someone in the workplace to do a project with me, or do a writing project, or give a talk. And because I'm a person maybe in a little position of power or over them, or I have leadership over them, this person may feel pressure to say yes to me because they want to please me, right? Like, we don't want to let Sasha down. So I recognize this, because what would happen is I would have people sign up for things and then they wouldn't follow through, or they would give half effort, or they would just say a month before it's due, I can't do this. I never did it. I don't have time. I'm totally overwhelmed and exhausted, leaving me frustrated, discouraged. And now I have all this work on my plate that I have to do for the other person. And I recognized, I would say, well, why didn't you just tell me and set boundaries, months ago when I asked you to do this? They would say, well, we didn't want to disappoint you, or we didn't want to hurt your feelings by saying no, or we didn't want you to be mad at us. Okay. So now what I do is I give that person opportunities to think about their boundaries when I ask. And I'm just very transparent. I'll say, look, this is probably going to take 20 hours of your time. Do you think you have that? If you don't, no problem. Please tell me no right now. I always appreciate a person who sets a boundary right away and says, I would love to do that, but I don't have the time for that. I never get mad. I never get angry. What makes me angry are the people that say they're going to and then don't, right? That makes me discouraged. So sometimes I think, especially if there's a power differential, that we as leaders have to say, like, here's what the time commitment's going to be. Here's what the job is, or here's what the task is. Do you think you have time for that? Please tell me. If you don't, I will completely respect you. And we allow people, we open the door for boundaries, okay? Because this is also what when we demonstrate it for other people, they go, oh, she's actually someone who sets boundaries. So she's not going to be upset when we set a boundary and we say, actually, we can't do that. We are doing these things, or we can do that for this many hours a month, but if it's going to require more than that, we can't. So it makes you a very transparent friend and work colleague when you are someone who speaks with consistency around boundaries, because you are basically telling people that it's okay for them to have boundaries as well. Please subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter, becomebraveenough.com.